Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the 37th Selenium WebDriver tutorial. Again, my name is Abhilash, and in the previous tutorial we have seen how we can make use of JavaScript executor along with the execute script method in order to click on a web page element. So this is the alternative method apart from the .click method that we have been using in the previous tutorials. So if you have noticed, we have successfully navigated to this login page, but we have our login button, as you can see, that is disabled in this case. So basically I have made a slight modification in our HTML code so that this login button is disabled initially in order to test one particular scenario. So basically what happens is once you provide the username, that will be enabled, and if you provide again the password, as you can see, after providing the username, the button gets enabled. So basically what we are going to do in this tutorial is provide the required username and password and click on login. But before doing that, we are going to verify that initially this button is in disabled state. So as you can see, if we click on login, this is in disabled state. So that is the main test case scenario in this tutorial that we will be working with, and we will verify whether this particular button initially is disabled or not through our test automation script. So in the previous tutorial we have reached to that particular login page, so let's quickly execute it in order to check whether we reach to that particular login page or not. So as you can see, we will reach to this particular login page, that is, it is navigated to this login page, and this button we need to verify whether it is disabled or not. So let's quickly open Firebug and locate this button, that is id equals login. Right, so what we are going to do is we have a method that is enabled. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to make use of this if statement as explained in one of the previous tutorials, that the statement is used in order to check one of the conditions. So basically we are going to check one condition, that is whether that particular button is enabled or not. So inside open and close parenthesis we have to find that element. So driver dot find element by dot id. So nothing new till now, we are just finding that particular button. But in this case, this if statement, it will take the response as either true or false, and we have one of the methods in Selenium WebDriver, that is, after finding the element, the required element, we make use of the method called as isEnabled, which will return a boolean. So this is the perfect response that the if statement can take. So basically what we are going to do is we will be using this isEnabled method in order to check whether this button is enabled or not. So basically what it is going to do is it will find the element, and this isEnabled will return whether it is enabled or not. So in this case, since it is disabled, it will return false. So what we can do is prefix this with a not, so that if it is not enabled, it will go inside this statement, that is the if statement. So we want to execute this if statement. So if it is not enabled, what we are going to do is we are going to provide the username and password in this case. So the id is a username, so let's quickly provide the data by using the method called as send keys. If you remember guys, we make use of this send keys method in order to send the data. and again we are going to send the data to the password text box as well. So in this case the ID is password. So and again the data is password, and what we are going to do is after providing the required data, that is username and password, we are going to click on this login button. So again we have something called as driver dot find element by dot id, and id is same as this one for which we were checking the button, that is whether it is enabled or not. So we have this and we click on this button, and what we are going to do is we are going to get the text of this id equals result and print it in our console section. So system.out.println driver dot find element dot id dot, we have the method called as get text. If you guys remember, this get text method is used in order to get the data of that web page element. So quickly we have created this small snippet of code, that is if it is not enabled, that is if the button is not enabled, what we are supposed to do is provide the data to this username input box and the password input box, and click on the login button. And then so after providing the username and password, this login button will be enabled, and we get the text that is displayed in the id equals result section. So let's quickly execute this. So if you see only if it is disabled, it has successfully entered the username and password, and it would have got the text, that is, as you can see, we have the logged in text. So basically in order to check whether the web page element is enabled or not, we can make use of this is enabled method, which will return true if the web page element is enabled, and it will return false otherwise, that is if it is disabled it will return false. And since we wanted to enter the username and password in the if statement, we have converted the result that was false into true by providing this not symbol. So this exclamation mark is nothing but it reverses the response, that is if it is false, then it will make it as true and provide it as a response to the if statement, and the vice versa. So basically this is enabled method can be used in order to check whether a particular web page element is enabled or not, and we can use accordingly in our test case scenarios. So basically that's it in this tutorial. Catch you guys in next tutorial. Peace.